What if you could live forever? Across myths and legends, there are many mysterious ways to escape death. From magical water and divine fruits to mythical artifacts and creatures, here are 13 ways to become immortal according to mythology. The Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth is one of the oldest myths of immortality, a hidden spring said to restore youth and reverse age. Tales of this magical spring exist around the globe, and depending on the culture, this miraculous water was said to be able to grant immortality, restore the body to its prime, or heal sickness. In many stories, however, the water only works as long as you keep drinking it, so it does not really grant true immortality. Plant of Immortality. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest stories ever told, Gilgamesh goes on a quest to the edge of the world to find a way to defeat death. After a long journey, he finally discovers a plant at the bottom of the sea capable of granting eternal life. Instead of eating it right away, he decides to take it back to his city to test it on an old man. But while he is bathing in a pool of water, a serpent steals the plant and disappears. Gilgamesh then went back disappointed and looked at the walls of his city Uruk to realize that while he would die, the things he built and the stories he left behind will live forever. The Golden Apples. In Greek mythology, the golden apples were magical fruit able to grant immortality. They were a wedding gift from Gaia, the goddess of earth, to Hera, the queen of the gods. The apples grew in a sacred garden at the edge of the world called the Garden of Hesperides, and according to the legend, the tree is guarded by Ladon, a dragon with 100 heads that never sleeps. Ambrosia. Another way to become immortal in Greek mythology is to consume ambrosia. Ambrosia was basically the divine food of the Greek gods, a substance so powerful that it did not just grant immortality, but also elevated those who consumed it to a higher state of existence. It is a transformation into something no longer human. From Greek mythology, we move on to Norse mythology, where we find the apples of Idunn. Unlike other myths, the gods in Norse mythology are not actually immortals. They depended on the apples of Idunn to maintain their youth and powers. According to Norse mythology, the apples were kept in a magical casket by Idunn, the goddess of youth. She was the only one allowed to touch them, and she served them to the gods to keep their youth, power, and beauty. From Europe we move to China, where there's a tale of divine beeches that grew in the garden of the Queen Mother of the West, the goddess of death and immortality. These magical peaches ripen only once every 1,000 years. Legends say that a single bite is enough to defy death, but it often comes at a cost. For these mortals, living forever feels less like bliss and more like being separated from who they once were. Amrita. A divine nectar that grants the gods immortality and power in Hindu mythology. It is also believed to be a source of spiritual immortality, liberation, and supreme knowledge. The Elixir of Life. In alchemy, the Elixir of Life is a mythical potion or substance believed to have the ability to cure all diseases and grant eternal youth. For centuries, real historical figures made countless attempts to create it, often ending in failure or even death. The Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone is perhaps the most famous object in alchemy, often described as a mysterious substance that can turn base metals into gold, grant eternal life and spiritual enlightenment, or even create artificial life. So, the Philosopher's Stone represented the ultimate knowledge a human can reach. The Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is the legendary cup used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper. According to myth, it is a source of divine power that grants wishes, eternal life, and healing. However, the Grail is not meant for everyone. It could only be found by those with an absolutely pure heart. For those who find it, the Grail is said to provide infinite sustenance, ensuring that they will never experience hunger, thirst, or even aging. The Ningyo. In Japanese folklore, the Ningyo is a strange fish-like creature, somewhat similar to a mermaid but with a more monstrous appearance. Its flesh is said to grant the power of regeneration and a very long life. However, this gift is often seen as a curse. In one Japanese legend, a woman ate the Ningyo's flesh and lived for 800 years. She remained young, but was forced to watch generations of her loved ones wither and die, proving that living that long can be the loneliest fate of all. The Unicorn Horn. In medieval lore, the horn of a unicorn was believed to hold the power to extend life. It was considered the ultimate holy medicine, capable of purifying any poison and curing any disease with just a single touch. And finally, we have the egg of the Roch. In Arabian fairy tales, the Roch is a colossal bird of prey, so massive it can carry away elephants. Its egg is said to be a vessel of pure life force. Those brave enough to find and consume it are said to gain limitless vitality or even immortality. Now, there are other ways to become immortal in legends and folklore, usually through forbidden knowledge and ancient rituals. Some bind their soul to an object in order to escape death, while others transform into cursed beings, like vampires, for example. In some myths, the mind itself survives, merging into new hosts to continue living. Others achieve immortality through pacts with the devil or other evil entities. And even in our modern day, the quest for eternal life continues, with concepts like digital immortality, or the idea of mapping the human brain and upload our consciousness into a digital version, allowing us to live on as data. While many legends chase eternal life as the ultimate prize, immortality is often seen as the ultimate curse. Just imagine, as the world changes and everyone you know fades away, living forever becomes less of a gift and more of an eternal agony. Old memories will be replaced with new ones. As hundreds of years pass, you will no longer be the same person. Even if the body escaped death, the sense of self would eventually dissolve into nothingness. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.